Quarks of Light, a near-death experience. What I saw that opened my heart. By Rob A. Gentile, narrated by Rob A. Gentile. This book is dedicated to Maria, who proved to me that God exists. Chapter 1. The Glowing Orb. It has haunted me my entire life, like hearing footsteps in the shadows, something always close behind, but never revealing itself. Was it an omen, a harbinger of good things or bad things to come? It seemed peaceful, so why did it stalk me from infancy to adulthood? Was it somehow quietly controlling me, animating my life without my awareness? It seemed as though I had the freedom to make my own choices, and I certainly did, both good and bad. Yet in the belly of my being, it waited. Where did it come from? Why was it there? Did every child have one too? One what? I would not talk about it or tell anyone. They would think I was crazy. I never imagined I would have to die to find out. I was the youngest of 4 boys, born to Italian immigrants in the late 1950s. Our circumstances were humbling. The booming steel town of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, provided my father a working-class job in the steel mill, which afforded us just enough for a small 2-bedroom house, not far from the smokestacks that billowed out thick black dust, day and night, like unwanted snow that would descend on the neighborhood, leaving its mark on our porch and on our clothes hanging on the clothesline. My mother and I were very close. We talked about and shared everything, except what I saw that night in my crib. How could I share what I couldn't understand? At the time, my parents knew something odd had happened when they were awakened in the middle of the night by their toddler giggling and aglow with wonder. But without another explanation, they dismissed it as a childhood dream, and on with life they went. What happened remained crystal clear in my mind. I was about 3 years old, and since my brothers were much older than me, my crib was in my parents' room. My favorite sleeping position was lying on my back, with my hands open, palms at each side of my head, an open position, almost as if I was waiting to receive something. And receive it I did. Looking up into the darkness from my crib, a warm, brilliant white light seeped through the ceiling. It was an unfamiliar light form, not from a bulb, the sun, nor reflecting off the moon, but one all its own. It didn't shine on me, nor did it shine around me or around the room, but rather it was contained in its own space, a small, formless orb of sorts. It hovered in the same spot, seemingly attached to the ceiling.